Right now we are in the midst of this exhibition Oggetti e progetti, Alessi, storia e futuro di una fabbrica del design italiano. Die Neue Sammlung, the International Design Museum, stages this exhibition in Munich, and my dialogue partner is Alessandro Mendini, architect and designer, who is one of the great personalities of Italian design and one of the most influential designers of our times. Alessandro Mendini, you are the curator of this exhibition, which was realized in cooperation between the Neue Sammlung and Museo Alessi in Cosinallo. Why are you the curator of this exhibition? I mean, what is your connection to the company Alessi and its president Alberto Alessi? When and how did this start?
È una storia molto lunga perché è cominciata 33 anni fa.
This is a very long story, as it started 33 years ago. And during this time, we've traveled a little through the entire history of Italian design, applying it to this most exceptional company making household objects. In other words, objects linked to people's affections, their memories, and their emotional sensitivities.
So the title of this exhibition is Objects and Projects, Oggetti e progetti. One part are objects made by this famous family company in Italy for tableware and household products. Is it a historical exhibition? Is it only a look back? Or what are the earliest objects and what are the newest objects?
Questa mostra in una parte guarda indietro alla ricerca della qualità storica.
One part of this show looks beyond the search for historic quality that had its beginnings before the war, which brings to light some very old objects.
Un'altra parte della mostra mostra dei prototipi.
And another part of the show looks at the products, with each of these examining a certain type of possibility of moving towards projects for the future, while being very aware of all of the problems relating to ecology, financial savings, conservation of energy, and aesthetic and anthropological concerns. For a long time now, since the beginning of the 1980s, the company Alessi has been working with international architects, for whom this sense of the globalization of projects has been taken up to a large degree within the company. For example, in the case of China, although with Chinese design and Chinese architects, whose projects are being brought to fruition in Italy, at the company's original facility.
So when I look around, I see a lot of things, very rich impressions. Some things are funny and emotional, others are functional, some look very strange. I can see family photos in the Paternoster behind us. I see a large architectural structure with blue light. I see a merry-go-round. I see something like a blue sculpture. I see paintings from African artists. So could you explain the structure of this exhibition?
Fra l'altro, tutti gli elementi espositivi, cioè le vetrine,
all objects seen in shop windows are also the result of previous exhibitions. And so we have a type of Alessi exhibition of exhibitions.
Esposizione delle esposizioni di Alessi.
I come back to the exhibition and ask what is the connection to the Neue Sammlung as a design museum? Did it influence the ideas about this exhibition, the huge collection we have and the large permanent exhibition that somehow makes the introduction to this?
Certamente esporre nella Neue Sammlung è una cosa molto emozionante.
Exhibiting at the Neue Sammlung is certainly a very emotional, very important thing, as the Neue Sammlung is one of the most important quality collections in the world of design.
Rapporti sono stati due.
And so there have been two connections. one with a very special space, and the other with seeking to select objects that are of the quality of those in the Neue Sammlung.
In the
case of Alessi, for example, over the last 10 years, 2000 to 2010, talk of eclecticism comes to mind, as a number of paths and designers that were really very different from its own were experimented with, each of which had their own types of problems with regard to exhibiting. In my opinion, we need to return to more of an anthropological sensibility, a humanist sense of objects, in a way that's more tranquil and less directly oriented towards marketing. I believe that an object should be introduced as part of a story, the story of the object and how it lives with other objects, possibly well, and how it lives with the people that own it, possibly well. And I'm also interested in psychology and psychoanalysis, as the inside of houses should be an interior that's very sensitive to psychology, more so than to function. Function comes later.
Thank you very much, Maestro Mendini. Thank you very much for this dialogue.
Prego.